What's up, family? Welcome to the Built by Plans podcast, brought to you by builtbyplanscoaching.com. I'm your host, Naj, that is NAJ, and it's been a while, family. It's been a while since the last podcast episode. I actually believe the last one was November 20 something, like November 21st, 2020. But we are back and we're going to be as consistent as possible. I have a lot of things that I want to share with you all, a lot of ideas, a lot of things that I really feel that can benefit you all. We all just heard that bump. That was my elbow on this desk. I'm all right though. And that's overall with your health, with your fitness, building your ideal physique, and then just improving your overall lifestyle, improving your life, improving your self confidence, improving the ways you feel about yourself when no one else is in the room or around. That's what this is really about, all right? As well as sharing some personal things that are going on with me, my life, my updates, because I really want you all to get to know me. I don't want to just be someone that you see online that just has some good information. I really want you all to, feel like you have a friend in me, right? Because I view you all as my friends. So that's what I want this to be about. If you're watching this on YouTube, you see I got my Bill by Plants coffee cup. I'm drinking on some black coffee right now. So if I pause for a minute, that's all I'm doing, just taking a little sip of that coffee, all right? So I want to start off with some updates, you all know, the majority of you know that have been following me on social media, Instagram, and so on. If you're on Instagram, make sure that you follow me at Mogul, Mogul, Naj, Naj. Um, from Chicago, been living there my entire life, and I moved down to Dallas. Not really purposely moved down, but I went down there for a weekend in 2017 to see family. My dad lives down there, my little sister. So I went down there for a weekend to visit them. 2017, ended up staying for a week. That week turned to a month, and that month turned to a year and a half. And yeah, I stayed down there for a little bit of time. I really loved it. A completely different experience, just like with the people and such, and just the environment. The vibe was like so dope to me, and I really felt like at home there. And not only that, but that was the summer, July 2017, when I was transitioning to a plant-based diet. Right, you all know that story. If you don't, maybe I'll do a more in-depth podcast episode on it, but go ahead and grab the Built by Plants ebook, the Built by Plants Nutrition Guide. You can grab that at builtbyplantsbook.com. I had to think about it for a minute. I got so many URLs. That is builtbyplantsbook.com. And I'll talk about my entire story, how I transitioned, and so on and so forth. It's not your regular story. I wasn't like inspired, or anything like that. It was completely random. I didn't see anything on social media that made me want to do it. It was just like a random in-person experience, and that led to me transitioning. But that happened during that period of time, that summer, in July 2017, right? And that's when I first started transitioning. That was that whole process when I was rebuilding my body. That was when I was making so many new changes in my life, and it was just so, I guess, like me being in that environment in Dallas. um, Dallas was associated with all these important changes that were, happening in my life at the time. I was, 27. We had just closed down the gym a few months prior, from July. I moved down there in July, but we had just closed the gym. Me and my previous business partner, Bobby K. We had the Mogul Fitness Gym in Lombard, Illinois, and that closed down in April 2017. So I was in this transition period, trying to figure out things. And like I said, when I came down to Dallas, this is a great experience. And all those different things that were happening was happening there. So Dallas is like really a big part of me, so to speak. And then I came back up to Chicago in 2019, and I guess I am telling the whole story, right? Some of it at least. And then I stayed for a while, and some great things happened when I stayed. Came back up here. That's when I met Raina. Um, we was friends for a while, became a little bit more than friends, and fast forward to now. And me and her are now actually down here back in Dallas, right? Back in the stomping grounds. That's where I'm at right now in our place in Dallas. If you all are watching this on YouTube, if you're not on YouTube, if you're watching this or listening to this on Apple Podcast or Spotify, wherever you listen to the podcast, my YouTube channel is Mogul, Mogul, Naj, Naj, and I upload a little bit more frequently than the podcast there, so you all can check it out there. And yeah, so we're back in Dallas, and we just moved about a month ago, right? So it's been about a month. I think today actually made a month since we've been down here. So, and it's been great. Aside from the weather, it's been raining every single day, pretty much. It may be like 1 or 2 days out the week that it don't rain, but other than that, it's been pretty rainy. You know, it seems like April showers brings May showers. That's basically what's happening right now. And today is May 24th. And I know I'm just rambling, but I just feel like I need to just start getting some of these ideas and just things that I'm thinking out of my head. Fortunately or unfortunately, whichever one, however you view it, you are going to be the one to hear it. All right. So, yeah, we've been here for a month. It's been great. It's been a lot of reminiscing and, kind of nostalgic. I'm back at the gym where I first started progressing and rebuilding my body. So that's a great feeling to be back in that place. And it's literally like right up the street from where we live. I'm literally living across so if y'all know the tollway in Dallas, we're across the tollway from the place that I used to stay at when we were down here, that we stayed at for a while. So that's awesome being in that same environment, that same location. Yeah, and then the other thing is, so we're about 7 minutes from that gym, and then Raina, we're about like 6-7 minutes from her job. So that's a really quick commute, Back in Chicago, I was taking Raina to work in the morning, picking her up, because she was working downtown Chicago. And fortunately, we stayed in the city in Chicago. Well, we're not there anymore, so I guess I could tell you where we stayed. We were right off of Western, so that was although it was like an 8 to 10 minute drive, just that process of not being able to start the morning in your creative element the way you want to. It wasn't the most ideal for me. And then we also stayed in Oak Park prior to that. Being in Oak Park, going downtown every morning, and then in the evening, that's not the most pleasant drive. That was like a 45-minute drive there and back, trying to get on the 290 at Harlem, and then getting off at, what were we getting off at? Can't remember the actual exit now. It's sad, it was just like a few months ago. Anyways, downtown basically. So, fast forward, life is going really well. I'm really enjoying what's happening. The coaching business is going great. Our clients are getting excellent results. Speaking of I want to give a shout out to Shantae Reed, one of our clients that signed up for online coaching last month. And she lost 10 pounds so far in her first month of coaching, which is like excellent, right? She came to us. She really had some goals that she wanted to accomplish. She let us know what it was that she was looking for. We outlined a plan that was specific for her. Our assistant coach, Dwayne Charles, if you're not following him on Instagram, is DC_Built by Plants. He runs our live coaching sessions, right? So basically we have live workouts with the Body Rebuild. You all know that, our HIIT cardio program. I don't know why I said what is it, like I don't know. Speaking of that, I built the Body Rebuild down here in Dallas. I shot it here too, but that's another story. He runs that, and basically you have the option of training with us virtually through Zoom 1 to 3 times per week. So she's been making every single session. She signed up for the 3 sessions per week. Dwayne has been doing an excellent job with helping her, motivating her, doing the workouts with her live. The clients are loving it. She's loving it. She loves her meal plan that she receives. She loves having the pancakes on Saturday mornings and still being able to lose weight. So that's what it's all about. Like, we want to build this environment of really helping people understand that they can accomplish their goals and that they're not as far-fetched as, some may think. It just takes a plan, a strategy that works for your schedule, for your specific life, You know, everyone has different lives. You know, she's married, she has kids. You know, so she has to be doing something that's a little bit different than a single male or lady that has more free time, right? So we designed her program so she can get excellent results and still work in her food and her workouts around what she has going right now, around her job and her schedule. So that's going well. She's enjoying it. She's doing great. So shout out to you, Shantae, if you're listening to this. Super proud of you. Can't wait to see your results within the next 6 months from now. The full transformation. So keep doing your thing. And all of our other clients have been doing an excellent job with their programs and such, staying consistent, because that's what it's all about. Not giving up, not quitting, staying committed, and just doing what needs to get done. Just understanding that dieting is not an easy process. We try to make it as easy as possible by giving you really great tasting meals. We're going to be cooking it up in the kitchen with the different type of dishes that should be delivering for our clients. But at the same time, the longer you diet, the harder it can get, right? And the more fat that you lose, the more difficult it becomes to lose more fat. That's just that's the way that the body works, So you have to go through these periods of time where, when you start to really lose weight and you start to get to those lower body fat percentages, you may be hungry for a little bit. You have to be comfortable with knowing that, okay, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. I'm going to be hungrier than I was when I started the diet. Once you're, let's just say, 3 months in, or however, wherever you're dieting down from. But just realizing that it's a process, and in the grand scheme of your life, let's just say, I don't know, 80 years or whatever, however long we live, 90, 100 years, 70, 60 years, dieting down, let's just say it's a year, because I always say you want to think of your journey, your fitness journey, as a year transformation. I don't care if you have 5 pounds to lose. The mindset and the mind frame to come from is to think of it as a year-long process. So that way you're not so much focused on, oh, I just got to drop this 5 pounds. You focus on completely rebuilding and improving, evolving your habits, the things that you're doing on a daily basis. So that way when you lose that 5 pounds or 50 pounds or 75, 100 pounds, when you lose that, you not only have lost that weight, but you have the mindset and the skills and the ability to maintain it after you lose it, right? Because that's what it's all about. It's about that maintenance. It's not so much about just getting down to that weight so that you can say that, oh, I lost this weight, right? Because what good is that? How many times have we lost weight to start to lose weight and then go back to the things that got us all of that weight in the first place once that diet is over? Or we attempted to diet, the diet was so extreme, it was so rigid that we didn't last, we didn't make it all the way through. So keep that in mind. You always want to approach it from a year perspective. Every diet that you take, every transformation, every time you're trying to do something, think of it as a year-long journey. So that way you give yourself the ability to mess up, right? And you're not going to quit because you know that it's not, if I messed up, let's just say you mess up for 2 weeks, you overeat for 2 weeks, that's fine. Hop back on track because you have a whole year to get this right, right? There's no way that you can mess up. There's no way that you can fail unless you quit. And who's going to quit if they got a year-long time frame to rebuild their body? So those are just some of the things that, I feel are really beneficial to understand and that you should be understanding when it comes to your diet and just like improving yourself, improving your life. Take a sip of this black coffee. This coffee is good. All right, so some of the things I want to talk about. Before I do, let's take a quick little break. And I want you all to get access to this free guide I have. The guide is called Rebuild Your Body. Basically, it's 5 key habits that all of my online clients have learned and accepted and thrive on to rebuild their bodies, right? The things that I give them, the strategies and habits that I have them apply so that they can improve themselves. And if you take these 5 things, there's actually a couple of bonuses in there as well. But if you take these 5 things and understand that these are some of the things that's going to take and actually implement them, this is going to help you to go from where you currently are to where you want to be. All right, so you can get that free guide at burnfatswithplants.com. That is burnfatswithplants.com. and it's just going to ask for your email, your number, and once you enter that, it's going to send you the free guide. It's an instant download. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. Take advantage of it. All right. Let me take another sip of this coffee. This is great. By the way, if you are watching this on the YouTube channel, you'll see I'm drinking from the Built by Plants coffee cup. You can get that from builtbyplantsway.com. That's our official Built by Plants store, right? Where you can buy our clothing, our accessories, all that type of stuff, or whatever. We're also planning on coming out with some different equipment, some workout equipment as well, resistance bands, things that'll just make it easier for you all to be able to enjoy your experience with working out, whether that's from home, from the gym. They easily access some of the stuff that you need, because I know a lot of people don't necessarily know where to go, although you can just Amazon anything, just go straight to Amazon if you need stuff. But they want to purchase from us, so go to builtbyplantsway.com for all of your accessory needs and such. All right, so that's a quick update. Other than that, we plan on publishing at least once per week. It'll probably be on Monday. All right, that's probably going to be the official publishing day for this podcast, and we're going to have different topics. We'll probably be bringing on some of our actual clients onto the podcast. And some of the podcast episodes, they'll be like this, where I'm just talking to you all. There may be other podcast episodes. Maybe it'll be like an actual Instagram live or a YouTube video or a talk or something like that I did with some of the clients, or whatever it may be, right? Whatever I can bring of value to you all, that's what's going to be about. I just want you all to be able to have a great experience and to be able to learn and improve and also have fun, So I think that's where we'll wrap up this podcast. Hope you were able to get a little bit of value from it. And if you all need help with this journey of improving yourself, improving your mindset, first and foremost, improving your body, whether that's losing weight, trying to gain some weight, building muscle, just having a plan, a strategy, something that you can rely on, and some accountability, some support, someone that's going to help you through this process and guide you to understand what's important, what's not important, so that you can focus on the right things and then just throw away the things that don't matter. Go ahead and go to builtbyplantscoaching.com. You can schedule a free call with me and my team, and we'll basically understand your specific situation, what you have going on in your life currently, and then build a plan that works within that, right? So that way you're not building your whole life around working out and eating correctly. We're taking what you have going right now and implementing the things that you need to add: better nutrition, working out, whether that's one time per week for 20 minutes or 6 times per week for an hour, if that's what you want to do, or it's a happy medium, somewhere in between. All right, so go ahead and go to builtbyplantscoaching.com. We'd love to help you out. We'd love to bring you on as part of the family. And other than that, you all enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you soon. See you next week. All right.